Hello and welcome to the video tutorial of the Google Classroom that I've created. So as we can see here, I've retitled my classroom to Miss Anderson's 4th grade class. Here's the class code, and then I filled in the room number and just given a brief welcome and a reminder to check back regularly. So we can see here that I've uploaded a new photo. Most of the assignments and materials that I've uploaded to this page have to do with a unit on space and planets in particular, and so figured this was pretty fitting. So let's go ahead and start with the earliest things I uploaded. Since the stream goes from newest and then down to oldest, I figured this would be easiest. So the first thing that I have here is just a cute little Bitmoji welcome. Just as we begin the school year, I want to introduce you to our Google Classroom, and just it's a space for important things, so reminding people to check back. All right, and so now we get into some of the content that I've uploaded. So the first thing I included is just kind of a teaser to get students interested and to kind of set expectations of what we'll be talking about. Excuse me. So this is the New Horizons flyover of Pluto. So it's not the actual video footage, but it is rendered from photos of the New Horizons mission. So I thought this was pretty cool. It might be a good way to kind of get students interested in what we're going to be discussing. So next I uploaded some material. So this is an article that I found from Time for Kids. And so it talks about what planets are and how scientists classify them. And so it kind of outlines 3 major criteria that all celestial bodies have to meet in order to be considered a planet. So this will come in handy later on as students complete their assignments. And so after they're finished reading, I created a reading check-in in Google Forms, and it's really quick. It's just 5 points. And so I just kind of I'm so sorry, allows students to kind of check their knowledge and make sure that we're on the right track and that we don't need to stop and revisit anything. All right. So next is the assignment that I created. So this basically involves students reading information that I've picked from the web and then completing a graphic organizer with their notes. So the first resource that I found for them and have hyperlinked to the assignment is as it's part of the NASA website that talks about Pluto in the context of it being a dwarf planet. So just a quick preview of that. And then also here's a video here. It's a little bit dated, but it includes really good information as far as why Pluto is considered a dwarf planet and kind of the why the scientists decided to reclassify it. And so after students read and watch the video, they'll be directed to this graphic organizer. It's a Venn diagram where students can record what they learned about planets and then what they learned about dwarf planets, and then facts that would apply to both, because that is part of the debate as far as Pluto's status, is because it kind of can fit into both categories, or it can be argued that way. All right, so this assignment is kind of due midway throughout, just to make sure that we're really getting that information as far as planets and dwarf planets. All right, and finally, we have our question. And so this is was intended to allow students to kind of zoom out and really explain what they know and to show their understanding of what we've talked about in class. So the question is, what role did research and technology have in the demotion of Pluto to a dwarf planet? So that gets them thinking about kind of, I'm sorry, how exploration and continued exploration can kind of change our ideas about science in general. So I left some information here as far as, they need to include the 3 criteria that define planets in their answer. So that kind of calls back to their previous assignments here. So yeah, that is what I've created. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you for watching and bearing with me.